Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm T with Teresa H Creates, and I am back for a flip through of my finished treasure journal. And this is the end product. I took a Pantene box and made a junk journal using handmade cards sent to me by family and friends. I had previously been keeping them just in a little basket, shoved into a little basket on my shelf. Nobody was really paying any attention to it, and I really wanted to pull those out and to enjoy those. They're my treasures, and so this is my treasure journal. I did end up, this is the spine. We did this in two parts. I showed in the first video, I made the cover and did the binding. And then in the second, I showed the signatures and then how I was working the cards into the actual journal. So I did end up with 4 signatures. The back is just plain. I didn't do anything to decorate it any particular way. I do have it wrapped up because it's just that Pantene box. It's nice and soft and squishy, and I absolutely love that. And there's a view of the top so you can see the signatures. I did end up using the no-sew binding. It's elastic, so I was able to add and remove as I went along. And I started out with 13 pages per signature with 4 signatures. But as I started working the cards through, it was too much, and the book would not close. It laid completely flat and just fanned out, which it looked gorgeous, but I really wanted to be able to close it up. So I ended up removing some of the pages of the signatures and making the signatures a little smaller. And I have enough probably to start journal number 2. So I'll have to buy more Pantene and start a part 2, which is fine. So let's open this up and do a quick walkthrough. So I've just wrapped, this is some sari ribbon, or some sari thread. It's just strips of old sari, and this is a peek through right here, and so I just looped it around this, and then was wrapping it around, and that was it. I added a button here, and it slides. Isn't that cute? So I wanted to keep it right about there, so that ribbon that holds the book together comes right around there. I ended up making a kind of a specimen slide that's a rub-on on the back and some old French book. And this is the Plum Grove collection from 49 and Market. I believe that's what it is. Anyhow, this is a rub-on on the back. I added the nice little family bit there. So if you open it up, trying to hold it together. It wants to pop open. This is a rub-on that I added to this page. And then as we go through, you'll see there's still lots of blank spaces to be able to add things, but I've added lots of cards, again, that were sent to me by family and friends, lots of handmade cards. Always be ready for the time of your life. She looks ready. She's thrilled. This is a beautiful card that my grandmother sent me. I kept it together and put it in the center because it has a wonderful message in it. Some of these that have really nice sentiments that I wanted to hold on to, I kept the entire card, and others I just kept the front of the card. So some of these have nice messages. This is my daughter's. I did flip through this with my girls, and they absolutely loved it. It brought back a lot of memories. Of course, I talk to myself when I need expert advice. Of course. This is a Thanksgiving card from my mother, one from my Aunt Susan. And this card I left, it opens up, but I liked the way that this was cut here, so I made it into a little tuck spot for some ATCs, some artist trading cards that I had from an event. And a lot of these artist trading cards I have are really big because the artist trading cards that I picked up, and that was back from 2010, I picked up at a Fiber Artists Guild meeting. And so one of the requirements for the artist trading card was that it had to include some sort of fiber on it. So they're pretty thick. And there are more of them in here later in the book. But yeah, I love my Frida. So my aunt sends me a lot of Frida cards. This was a lot of fun because this is actually a printout. It says picture perfect. This is a printout of a picture that my little one drew. And so that was fun to see. She was like, oh yeah, I remember doing those. Do you still have them? Yes, I do, somewhere. Don't make me look now. More Frida. I have lost my mind and I think my children took it. Truth. A woman's work is never done. Why start? Can always tell when it's a card from my Aunt Beverly. Always has a little snark. My diet can best be described as unchaperoned child at a birthday party. Isn't that the truth? Okay. When someone is murdered, the police investigate the spouse first. That is right up my little true crime loving heart. Happy Meal was a card for my daughter when she was little. My Aunt Beverly included some little money in there for her to go get a little meal. I have a rock garden. Last week, 3 of them died. From my Aunt Beverly. She's hilarious. So I don't know, in the previous video when I was putting together the signatures and the cards, I explained that I cut away most of this. My family has this fascination with this eyelash ribbon, and it is everywhere. Those little strings are everywhere. This is a beautiful embossed card that my grandmother made, and I wanted to keep that all together. This was, I explained in the last video, a pocket. I turned a bag into a pocket, and it holds that large card I didn't want to cut down. This is not an artist trading card, but it is made of fabric, and so I didn't want to, it's from my Aunt Beverly, and I didn't want to cut it down or glue it down. I wanted to kind of preserve that, so I attached it to that page with a little flower paper clip. Some Valentine's cards. Final signature, another full card. So some of the pages in these signatures, I used full cards. You had me at will make it look like an accident. This is a nice little piece here. I think she meant it to be hung, but it was glued to the card, so I just left it. So my child's artwork in the center there. Just some beautiful cards. They're lovely. Lots of nice memories. There's plenty to still fill in the back here, as you can see. Still plenty of room, and that was it. So if you have been just collecting all the wonderful cards that your friends and family send to you, all the little handmade cards, or even not even handmade, maybe just store-bought cards. If you have that little memorabilia and you're not sure what to do with it, this was the perfect solution for me. I really like this. I like how soft and squishy it is. It's a good size, and I'm looking forward to being able to make part 2 of this, or not part 2, but volume 2 of this journal. Like I said, I'm well on my way to having enough cards to do that with, but this was just a nice little walk down memory lane, and I'm looking forward to taking it to our next family event to share all these wonderful memories with my loved ones. I hope that you have a wonderful day. If you have any questions for me about how I made this, I'll link the tutorials for the previous 2 videos down below. If you have any questions for me, feel free to comment. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Enjoyed the process of making this wonderful treasure journal with me. I will see you later. Bye.